Guys, it's Sunday, so yesterday was Saturday. I vlogged last in the afternoon-ish, and what happened was I was clearing content off of my laptop, and I didn't end up recording the workshop yet, which is good because after I record the workshop, basically this little section of the series is done, and I feel like it's been really entertaining, so we're gonna keep it going a little bit longer. I realized I want to buy a box light before I record. Of course, the first thing I had to do is I have to clear space on all my my devices, because as you guys know, I think I've mentioned it, I did sell my camera in September. I wasn't using it. I didn't like it. This is gonna be the girliest complaint, but I felt like it was really heavy for my hand for me to vlog with too, and that was something I consistently felt the entire time. And of course, it's just not ideal for me, especially with my shoulders. And anyways, I just didn't like it. So someone did buy it, and he was new to Vancouver, and I feel like it went to a great person. And he had just moved here. He was starting at UBC, and he wanted to be able to vlog or take videos because he's going to school here. So I feel like it went to the right person, and it was meant to be. But because of that, I need to record my content on my phone. So of course, clearing space on my laptop so I can get all the content off of my phones onto my computer. So that took a large portion of time. And then I was looking at the softbox light. I didn't order it yet. I'm still researching. So I'm gonna record after the light comes. And yesterday, somewhat later on in the day, originally my friend and I had planned to go see a movie on Monday, and then I received a message, and my friend wanted to hang out that day instead and watch movies and have a pizza night. So we ended up chilling and having a pizza night. I also got into somewhat of a argument with my sister that day, which was a bit sucky. That's all I'm gonna say. And so Saturday ended up being way different than I planned. And then come Sunday, I woke up this morning, I went to Seva. It was great. I posted content today. I posted for my TikTok page for mutual submission, and I was just actually feeling a spark of motivation that I had a few days ago, but right now I really feel the spark of motivation for the next part in this, the next short story or Substack article. And it's going to continue with the Mira and Amin story, but we're about to introduce their two daughters, Sachi and Buddy. Buddy is one of my favorite names. It means angel, and it was something I came up with. Well, it was a name I talked about with my grandma before she passed away, so I just feel like it's just going to be the perfect names. I really like the name Sachi too, or Sachi. I think it's Sachi. I think I want it pronounced Sachi. Sachi means truthful. You guys are probably wondering, is this based off a true story, or who are you basing these characters off of? I feel like I'm basing them off of characters and people that I've seen and I've known, and it's a common story that I feel like I've seen over and over again in relationships, and that's all I really want to say about it. I just feel like the story and where it's gonna go, it's partially based off real people, but it's not necessarily just one person that this character is based off, or this character is based off one person. It's almost like I'm actually channeling an energy for each of the characters that I want to portray in the short story. And so I don't know, I feel like it's going to be really good. I can see where it's going and where it's going to take us, and I feel like it's going to be, for the people that it's meant for, and for anyone that gets to read it, I feel like it's going to really help people. That's how I strongly feel about the short story. I guess it's not really the short story, it's a story. It's gonna be multiple stories. But I guess that's what I feel about this family, this beautiful family that everyone's gonna get to meet. It's gonna be and Mira, and then their daughters, Sachi and Buddy. And then, of course, the other family that'll be brought in, and just touch on some topics that I've seen that have caused issues in families behind the scenes, things people probably typically don't necessarily feel safe enough or comfortable sharing, either because because they think it'll destroy their family or it'll destroy their own kind of reputation. And I just feel like it's so much easier to tell a story like this as a short story, as a fictional story. And yeah, that's my primary motivation. I think the main thing is I get the sense, this is what I sense, people are gonna get really attached to the couple. And I feel like the main thing is people want to know if they end up staying together. And I can't tell you guys. I can't tell you guys what happens to Amin and Mira. Truth be told, that part's still in the making, I think. I'm going to tell you guys the story as it's happening and as I've seen it happen for a lot of people, or for the energies that I'm channeling. But if they end up together or don't, you're going to have to stick around to find out. Also, trigger warning, I'm going to talk a little bit about domestic violence because I loosely touch on it in the first short story. From a lot of the stories that I actually know that are the true stories, based on the story that I'm telling, the domestic violence and the aggression, this was like 5% of what actually I've heard and seen that happens. Basically, this was a lot less than what I know of happens in these types of situations. And I'm not sure how much I want to go deeper into the DV side with this particular story and how much would be written. I think I'm going to touch on something that's really sensitive. I feel like men and women both tolerate a lot more than we hear and see publicly in relationships, and there's a lot more abuse. I feel like the throwing a fork that he does, Amin throws a fork in this and then apologizes. It's a lot more tame than a lot of what actually occurs, and it's a bit taboo to talk about and to have stories about. So I'm not sure how far it'll go. The story that I actually know of that this conversation is loosely based off of and what actually happened, a TV was thrown. There's utensils that were thrown, flowers and pots and pans and knives and those kinds of things, but I kept it to a fork just because I think this is the level of comfort at which I wanted to write about DV, and so I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm going to get to writing the next part, which I have already planned, by the way. I planned it a few days ago. Of course, when I mentally plan and when I actually write it, you can usually assume, probably 99.9% of the time, that I thought about it for 5 to 7 days before. 3 to 7 days before, usually. I finished the beginning of the article and I have the title as well, which had come to me before, and now I realize I can connect it to this. It's going to be called Aura, Not Armor. It's going to be about vulnerability. Basically, the short story is going to continue, but now I'm going to introduce these two little girls, and it'll be mostly their introduction and then a character analysis of both of them, and potentially a comparison to where they could or how they could end up being in adulthood. We'll see. That part's a maybe, but the whole point and the idea of this one is to show this idea of, what did I say? It's called aura, not armor, of how in order to, you know, remain in this world, also have an open heart and protect yourself. The key is not to put up and build armor, but to build your aura around you and strengthen the aura around you. So it's going to be this idea of, I think people think in order to survive the world, you have to wear like armor. Kind of, I imagine it that way. Like people see themselves as having to wear armor around themselves in order to survive all of life's happenings. Especially I think a lot of people in the public eye. But the point of this is that you don't need to wear an armor. You can actually go no thick skin, just yourself, and your aura around you is that protective measure. So that's going to be, I think, the point of the article. And the aura part is strengthened through like a deeper connection to yourself, things like meditation. So I was thinking about spinning it that way, but we'll see. Because part of that's also just being vulnerable and being more human and being connected to your own self, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, those kinds of things. But I also want to see a little bit like where the character analysis takes me. I guess there are a few moving parts that could be changed a bit. And then I hope this article is out probably midweek. I also ended up doing a conditioning workout today, and I've had dinner. I had mostly more traditional Punjabi home meals today. For lunch I had dal at Seva, and then at home I had curry and roti my mom made. My mom was actually out of town, so it was nice to have her food today. And then tomorrow I'm really excited, and this is what I'm going to leave you guys with, this final thought. For breakfast, we are going to have just egg and loaded potatoes. I think that's what you call it. Loaded potatoes, and the loaded part is going to be the Beyond Meat patty. I'm probably not going to use the full patty because it's breakfast, and it just seems like it's going to be, maybe, I'll see. But I feel like it'll be too much. So I might just use about a quarter or half the patty and make the loaded potatoes. I'm really excited for it. So now I'm gonna go to bed. And today I also washed my hair after my workout. And tomorrow is a cleaning day and a reset day. I feel like I did large parts of the digital reset yesterday, which luckily enough, I'm glad. But I will try to most likely do some more tomorrow. I don't need to deep clean the floor in the bathroom because it is still sparkling after that last one, which you guys probably saw a few vlogs ago, or I don't think that'll be in this vlog because there's been so much footage, but probably a few vlogs ago. Well, I feel like we're gonna work a little bit more on the drawer organization and laundry, of course, because this week I do have more laundry. I will see you guys in the morning. I'm having loaded potatoes. I am officially outside doing my outside part of my reset, which means cleaning the patio and de-shedding Basil. Usually I give him a bit of a massage too. It's kind of like his pampering day. And then I also have my laptop out here, which I'll show you guys. I have my laptop out here, right here, and I just cleared some space on my phone. And now I'm going to de-shed Basil and take a few clips so you guys can see my reset. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. We're over here. Come here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay. Let's see it. Let's see it. Laundry load 1 is in the dryer and then load 2 is in the machine. Patio is clean, so is Basil's sleeping room. His bedroom is clean. I only have left one outside chore, which is to wipe the counters, and that's it. I'm in my room. My room is basically clean now. I picked up all the dishes and the bed was already made once I woke up this morning. I just have to move this. I'm actually going to go meet my friend to watch a movie, and I'm choosing that over another deep clean. I know. I will, as promised, you know what, actually just right now for 5 minutes, just so I can keep my promises and say I kept them, I'm gonna, right in front of you guys, clean a drawer. Look, I opened a drawer, I'm just gonna tidy it up. The top of my desk, my friend's just messaging, so I'm gonna reply. Okay, yeah, I have to leave now because the movie starts really shortly, but I'm just wearing chill clothes because we're watching a movie, and I'm gonna head out now. I finished vacuuming, so the only thing I told you guys I was gonna do that hasn't been done yet, my nose is a little bit itchy, which I think it's from, I just brushed my hair, so maybe that's why like I got a hair around here. Anyways, the only thing that hasn't been done is mopping, though I did end up getting the floor a little bit wet and hand mopping the ground with a towel, so that counts. So all the chores have been done. All the chores have been done. That's what we're gonna go with. Everything I said I was gonna do has been done, and I'm gonna head out now and enjoy the rest of my day off. And I will see you guys in the evening. Bye. Just finished the movie and it was really good. My friend has just gone to the bathroom and then we're gonna get going, but it was 10 out of 10. We watched The Running Man and it was really good. The story, the message, I just think everything was really well done. I watched another Stephen King movie recently. This one was way better. Just finished up at our family run walk club. It's